Okay, I'm back with another video. I'm trying to explain this the easiest way possible. I'm still learning it just as all y'all are, so don't be too overwhelmed. We can tackle this together. So here I am at the home page again for e-learning from Region 11. And here's what I'm worried about, ELAR, because I'm an English teacher, and I'm just going to walk you through each one of these real quick. No biggie. This first one, self-selected independent reading. This is basically just silent reading. The students are so used to this. We do it 10 minutes every day. It's just silent reading with a little bit of feedback. Phase 1, this is just you taking some time and talking to yourself about what kind of books do I like, what books do I have to choose from, and then at the end, you go ahead and pick one that works for you that you're going to stick with through this week and probably weeks to come. Okay, don't worry about this part right here. Now we're on the phase 2. Like I said, it's basically silent reading. Find a quiet spot to read where no one will disturb you. As you read, challenge yourself to use strategies you learned in school to help you think about and understand your reading. They know plenty of strategies. We've used them in class all throughout the year. How can they relate to the book? How does the book relate to real life? What kind of book is it? What does that mean as far as I'm reading it? Is it fantasy? What can I expect? Stuff like that. And then step 3, read to yourself for 20 minutes. Boom. And then it goes on and on for each day. It's the same way. Here's where it changes up a little bit, and don't get overwhelmed. But again, you're going to find a quiet spot. You're going to read and challenge yourself to understand the reading. And then as you read, it says you can use the Book Head Heart framework. Use sticky notes, a notebook, or an online space, which is like a Google Doc or something, for tracking your thinking. Do not feel pressure to answer all the questions as you read. Instead, see if you naturally gravitate towards one or two questions as you read the response. And this document is found right here. You scroll down a little bit. And you can basically just say it to yourself. Who's telling the story? Oh, it's Jim Bob. What does the author want you to know? I don't know. We gotta keep on reading, and so forth and so forth. Like I said, you don't have to, like it says, you don't have to answer all the questions, but there's that for phase 3. Now we can go to, or it's day 3, and now we can go to day 4 and 5. Continue reading 20 minutes a day. At the end of each week, choose one item from the Independent Reading Choice Board's Document 2 to complete. Apply task to your independent reading. In document 2, if you scroll down a little bit, it starts right here. And what they're saying is the student is able to pick any of these choices to respond to the reading. A 3-2-1 response, write down 3 big ideas to the author wants the reader to understand. 2, write 2 questions that you still have about what you have read. 1, write 1 connection you can make between the text and your own life. And there's several different ways for them to respond to the text that they're reading or in the books. They just have a bunch just so students don't get bored with one type of response, okay? There's even a Twitter one. So that's the silent reading for this week. Now we're going to go back to the actual first assignment, which is right here. How does society respond to a crisis, or in a crisis, sorry. So we click on that. Bada bing, bada bing. Again, don't look at this. This is just explaining what they're learning. Here's where we go. Phase 1, day 1. And it simply starts with asking a question. How does society react to a crisis? This is an opportunity to express your thoughts and make personal connections to the world around you. With a partner or by yourself, brainstorm all of your thoughts about this question. You may show your thoughts by writing words or by drawing pictures or symbol. Use a KWL chart, attach to document 1, and tells you what it stands for. Start with a K column and W. You can add W and L columns as you read and think about the additional questions you have. Step 2. This is basically telling you to read these right here. And these are hyperlinks, so you can click on them and boom, go. So on and so forth. I think the one that they'll like the best is the Newsela one. Newsela is made for students to read. So there we go. Choose one of these, read it, and then fill out a KWL chart. And the KWL chart is right here. Boom. You don't have to do it online. They can write this out, you know, mimic the chart on a piece of paper and just fill it in as they go. What do you already know about the coronavirus? It's spreading, it's everywhere, so on and so forth. What do you want to know? How to stop it, how to prevent it, so on and so forth. And as they read the documents, then they can fill out the last chart right here. What have I learned? As they read the documents from the prior, right here. And then that's it for phase 1. I'm going to post another video for phase 2 once I start reading through it and stuff like that. Again, I know we're all learning this together. I posted my let me see, what did I do with it? I posted my phone number on Facebook and Instagram. This is my Google Voice phone number, so feel free to call. I can help out as much as I can. We can all get through this together. I'll be posting videos throughout the day for y'all to look at and hopefully to help y'all through this situation. So there you go.